too. Yes. Yay. Awesome time. And it was extremely hot and we completely crushed the competition. So that was nice. Hi, Ratana. Okay. 4th of July sales stuff that we have coming up are good from July 2nd to July 4th. So there's a couple of different things there. There's an access 250-hour training that starts in the fall. You get a discount on that. There's an option to do the annual unlimited membership. So like sort of a Christmas in July type of thing for a discount on that package. And then we've got a couple of other things coming up as well. So if you have questions or want to go over some of those things, I've got all the details up at the front desk. But let's get started in child's pose. Posted on social media that we're going to do a little extra cardio stuff tonight. So with that said, you're going to do the best you can. Yeah, now I'm getting good facial expressions. Do the best you can. And when you need to take a break, please just take a break. No big deal. So in your child's pose, get yourself situated. All of your fingertips in the mat, your hips back on your heels. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up. Exhale everything out. Good. Big inhale. Breathe in. Breath out. One more time like that. Fill up. Exhale everything. Start to build your Ujjayi breath. Long inhale with a pause. Long exhale with the pause. So the key to going from a slower pose that we're holding to a faster paced cardio where your heart rate increases is to manage your breath. So pay attention to the breath. So when the heart rate gets up really high and then you switch to a pose that you're holding longer, use the breath to slow your heart rate back down. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, shake out your head. Keep building the Ujjayi breath. You take whatever shape and movement you need to take in this down dog until you're situated in your upside down V. And walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up and connect the soles of your feet to the floor in a way that it presses through your mat and into the ground. And press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Pick one specific thing you want to focus on. We'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull if you've got weights. High push up and pause. Instead of knee taps, you're going to do mountain climbers, knees into your nose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yes, folks, we're starting good right out of the gate. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Big breath out. Last one. Fill up. Push all the air back out. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Look up between your fingertips. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull, high push up. Mountain climbers, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, purposeful exhale. Yeah, 2 more like that. In and out. Last one, fill. Push all the air out. Step or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Long, slow inhale. Extended mountain. Reach all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Mountain climbers, go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Whew. Breathe in. Big breath out. 2 more. Long, slow inhale. Purposeful exhale. Last one. Exhale everything. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Last Sunday, rise up to standing and reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift with your weights. High push up. Mountain climbers, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. In. Clear it out. Good. Breath in. Thumbs down. Exhale. Last one. Push all the air out. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and breathe. So even though you're building the heat, then slowing it back down. Keep working with the breath. Lift and spread your toes. Take one more inhale. Twist right on your exhale. Breathe in and open. Stay and twist. Back up to chair pose. Breathe in. Twist left on your exhale. Inhale to open. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. You got it. Mountain climbers again. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1, but hold this one for a few breaths. So weights or no weights in your hands. Yeah, you go quick, quick, quick. Heart speeds up. Settle it back down with your breath. Press the outer edge of your back foot way down into the mat. And come deeper into your front leg. Deeper in the lunge. Yeah, one more inhale. Stretch. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Same idea. Couple of breaths. Long and slow. Using that 4-part breath to settle the heartbeat and get down into your feet. Fingertips awake. Yes. One more breath. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Big exhale. 2 more. Push the air out. Last one. Empty to the pit of your belly. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. 1 breath this time. Twist right. Inhale, open your arms. Stay for the breath out. Back to chair. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Mountain climbers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Couple of breaths. You got it. We're just speeding it up in one spot and then slowing it down somewhere else so there's still balance. Come low into your lunge. Soften the toes on your front foot. 1 more breath. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left side, warrior 1. Plant, reach up and breathe. You're getting used to going for a burst, pushing really hard. Okay, slow it back down. Last breath in, reach up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in together. Breathe it out. 2 more. In. Breath out. Last one. Push all the air out. Step or jump. You've got 1 more sun B. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose. Sit deep. Twist right. Breathe in and open. Stay and twist. Good. Chair pose. Reach, wake up your fingers. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Back to chair, fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push-up. Mountain climbers, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1, few breaths. If you need to exhale through your mouth, do that. You need to sigh and reset the breath, do that, and then get settled down into your feet and your heels. One more breath here. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Big breath in up dog. Open up your lungs. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Step and land. Learning on your mat, something that you learn off of the mat. Like things get stressed, heart rate goes up. Cool. Slow it back down. Chaturanga. Big breath. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Now's a good time for a lion's breath. You're going to stick out your tongue on your exhale. Everybody breathe in together. Yeah, nice and loud. Breathe in. Tongue out. Good. One more. Send your right leg straight up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip. Slow, steady breath. You got to pause here and create the breath. Stay or flip your dog. Plant and go. Heart wide open, chest wide open. Maybe there's so much warmth in your legs at this point, in your quads at this point, you can push up and away from the floor even more. Flip back over, side plank. You got it. Start with bones that stack. Wrist under elbow, under shoulder, all the way up to your top fingertips. Then everybody flex both ankles. Yeah, there you go. Flex both ankles, wake up the fingertips. One more breath. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. You're killing it. Left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Pause here and breathe. Stay or flip your dog. You got it. The blood is moving. The heat is moving already. Whether you're in studio or at home, there's a lot of heat being generated. Open up and stretch your body wide. Flip back over, side plank. Right hand up to the sky. You can have a weight in that top hand if you want. Flexed ankles, toes wide awake. Yes, Nima, there you go. Yes, Henry, beautiful. One more breath together. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in together. Clear it out. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Clear it all the way. Right side crescent lunge. Step through. Steady 4-part breath. We focused a lot on that last week on Thursday. If you missed that class, it's on Evolution Go, so you can definitely use that. It's all of the attention on the 4-part breath. Press your back thigh way up to the ceiling. Knee dips with the back leg. They can touch the floor, just come lower towards the floor. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall, feet in the ground. Hands to heart twist right. Back into your breath. If it got away from you, then open your arms. Yes. Back thigh up to the ceiling. Connect all of your toes on your back foot, even your pinky toe chuck. Press it into the floor. Yes. One more breath together. Stay for the exhale. Twist, twist, twist. Warrior 2. Face the other way. Warrior 2 might feel like, this is a break moment. Yes. Get settled down into your feet. Deep lunge in the front leg. Your legs are plenty warm. Just start to squeeze the muscles into the leg bones. Extended side angle. Reestablish the breath in extended side ankle. Extended side angle, not ankle, although there is a tension on your ankle here. Take your bind, half bind or full. Either top arm around your back or right arm underneath your front thigh. Everybody peel your left shoulder back and open. Yes, Bob, beautiful. One more breath together. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side crescent lunge. Step through. You've got time. You've got the focus. All of these tools are already getting sharpened at this point in your practice. And then hands up to the sky. Building your way up the pose from the whole sole of the front foot, the toes on the back foot, all the way up to those top fingertips. Knee dips with your back leg. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall, feet in the ground, hands to heart twist left. And if you can't hear your neighbor breathing or the person that's closest to you at home breathing, breathe a little louder to bring them into the rhythm of the breath with you. Open your arms if you haven't already. Back thigh way up to the ceiling. Yes, one more breath. Stay for the exhale. Ring it all the way out. Warrior 2, unwind. Good stuff. Come down deep into it. You get those bursts in the beginning, and then you build a little bit of heat here in vitality, but it's a different kind of heat. Extended side angle, elbow to thigh, or fingertips by your arch. A different kind of heat to get the heat a little deeper into your body, deeper into your muscles, so that possibility starts to happen in your practice. Take your bind. Then work that top shoulder open and onto your back. Yes, Brian. Nice, Ratana. One more breath here. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Clear it out. Breath number 2. Exhale. Last one. Clear it all the way. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. So you've got options here. You can do the jump squats, which I can't do quite yet with my feet, or just the regular squats in your chair pose. So the jump squats, knees tuck into your chest as you come up. Regular squats, you're just sitting all that weight back into your hips and squatting down deep. Squat or squat jumps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat and chair. Hands to heart twist right. I know. Open your arms. You're only going to be here for a few breaths. Stick with it, muscle to bone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair, forward fold. And then we'll take a little bit of a longer fold here. So first 2 fingers around your big toes. Yeah, tailbone up to the sky. If you want more room, you can take your feet mat width distance apart. Keep at least a little softness in your knees so the backs of your legs can stretch. Crow pose from the head of your mat. Take the steady rhythm of the breath with you. You got it. Goddess squat, crow pose, and inversion. Most of you are working on a lot of different things, so you just try on in your practice what you want to try on and experiment with. Perfect. Fingertips in the ground. Press the ground away. One more breath together wherever you are. Step or jump back, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Clear it all out. Move forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Squat down for chair. You have your same option here. You can stick with the squats or do the jump squats where you're tucking your knees into your chest. Get going. Yep, just squats. All of that weight stays back. All of the weight stays back. So the toes are light the entire time. Go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to heart twist left. You got this. Open your arms. Big full breaths for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair, fold. Gorilla. Step on your palms. Toes all the way up to your wrists. We're not skipping leg day today, I'll tell you that much. Tailbone up to the sky. Yeah, you need to sigh, sigh. Get that out of your system. Steady breath. Take it to crow number 2. You can play around with jumping back. You can play around with side crow. You can play around with holding crow longer than you normally hold crow, like that point where your brain goes, okay, this pose is over. Stay like a breath longer than that. One more inhale together. Step or jump, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Clear it out. Breathe in. Breath out. One more. Push all the air out. Step or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Right arm under, right leg over. Off of your arms, off of doing anything crazy with your legs, just good old eagle pose. Squeeze everything into center. Steady, slow 4-part breath. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Press your right foot straight back. You can take as much time as you need. Super long, straight, lifted leg. Full airplane. Reach your arms back. Press through the sole of that lifted foot. Half moon. Take your time. Left hand to the floor or your block. Set your gaze right on one point. I like to look at the floor because I find it easier to balance and open up my body that way. If you want to balance your gaze, if you want to challenge the balance in your gaze, you can take your eyes to the sidewall or up to the ceiling, up to your top fingertips even. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Whew. Left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over. You got it. Wrap, squat down, get settled into your standing foot. When you get pressure applied to you, when it feels like something is squeezing you, can you stay with the breath? Can you keep your focus on what's happening here and now? Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs. Despite the level of effort, the level of challenge, you stay here on your mat, full airplane. Just one pose at a time to the best of your ability. That's all you're going to do. Press your chest past the front edge of your mat. Yeah. Half moon. Gaze stays fixed while you're opening the pose. And then if you want to shift it, wait till you're in the full shape of the pose and then take your gaze elsewhere. But it's an intentional move, right? An intentional move from the floor to one point on the wall to one point up at the ceiling. Big inhale. Nice, Rob. Both feet to the floor. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. You got it. Slow and steady on this one. So take a few breaths to land in the shape. Take a few breaths to stretch yourself out. So it's this gradual expression of the entire pose where each part of your body is participating. Lift that right foot a little bit higher. Switch sides. Left side, standing bow or dancer. Yeah, love the breath. If you can't hear the person next to you, just tap back in. Breathe a little louder. Bring them back onto their mat. You're practicing at home by yourself. That's okay. Bring the next person, the closest person, into the rhythm of the breath. Both feet to the floor. Right side, second set. You can switch between the standing bow or dancers or stick with the same pose. Go for it. Yeah, I love the slow transition, that attention to detail so you can really get settled in the pose or know where you need to make an adjustment. Big breath. Switch sides. Last one. This is you taking your temperature in your physical body. Where do you need to put your attention on so that by the time we get to back bends, everything will be ready for back bends? Big inhale, both feet to the floor. Tree pose, right side. Let's do the hip opener version today. So cross your right foot over your left thigh like a figure 4. Hands start at heart center. Just go step by step. You can hang out right here and play with the balance. Step 2, bring your elbows down to your shin. So you need to stick your butt out way far behind you to counterbalance. Stay here or hands to a block or fingertips down on the floor. For step 3, and then maybe the arm balance is there for you. If you're going for the arm balance, it's flat palms on the floor, shin into the back of your triceps to tip forward. Yes, Bob, there you go. Then tuck that back heel. Beautiful. Press into your standing foot. Come all the way up to standing. Shake that out. Switch sides. Left ankle over your right thigh, figure 4. Start with your hands at your heart. Stay or step 2, elbows to your shins. Tailbone way out behind you. If the balance gets a little wobbly, bend your standing knee more to stick your tailbone out more. Yeah, Chuck, there you go. Maybe your hands are on the floor or a block. Maybe the arm balance is possible on this side. Rise back up. Oh, shake that out. Both feet up at the head of your mat. You got it. Extended mountain. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. High push up and pause. You got it. Mountain climbers, go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Whoo, right side triangle. Step through. Lots of space between your feet. So if you've got the heart going, a little bit of mountain climbers, now slow it down on your triangle pose. You're teaching your lungs and your heart to work together really specifically. So when you get stressed and squeezed off of your mat, no big deal. Those two things working together. You can stay where you are, add a bit of a back bend. Take your block or your water bottle a little further back behind you, about 6 inches or so. Then open up your chest to the ceiling. Press into your feet, rise up to standing. Side facing wide leg forward fold. Hinge right at your hips and fold forward. We're just working on the fold this evening. So your 2 options are walk your hands back between your legs and bring the crown of your head to the floor that way, or walk your arms out in front and lengthen fingertips to tailbone. You pick the one that gives you the most length in your spine. And it might change from practice to practice. One, you've got more room, and then the next day you're like, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. That's fine. Pick the one that works best. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold, or split pose, you choose. If you're taking the splits, you've got some blocks or water bottles you can use as a tool. Those of you taking the Namaste fold, feet at least hip width distance apart. Hinge forward. Right back into the breath. It got a little quiet. You got it. Soften your toes, no matter what pose you're in. Yep. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Wring yourself out. As best you can, maintain that length in your spine. The longer the spine, the deeper the twist is possible. Nice. Pit of the belly in and up. Hug it to the front of your spine. Good adjustments. One more breath together. High to low push up. Doing this work today. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle. Left foot between your hands. Set up the base, work your way up the pose. Steady breath, steady heartbeat. If you're working towards that back bend, the block or water bottle further back, plug your front big toe mound into the floor. Use that as an anchor as you open and expand through your chest. Rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold with a bind. Interlace the hands behind you or a strap or towel between your hands. Hinge forward. Softness in your knees to tip the tailbone up to the ceiling. Yeah, long, steady inhales, big, purposeful exhales here. Start to get a little deeper with the breath now where you can clear out, move out of the way of that extra stuff, physical or mental stuff. Yeah, physical stuff like sweat dripping off of your face right now. Release your hands down, rise up to standing. / get the sweat out of your eyes real quick. Good. Namaste, front facing forward fold or splits. You know you're in a good place when the sweat is just free flowing. Like the wiping off is not going to do anything, so you might as well just let everything drip. I will let you in on a little secret, though, about the sweat dripping. If you wipe the sweat off, you'll stay hotter longer. If you let yourself sweat, you'll cool down faster. Eyes on one spot and breathe. Toes soft, feet awake. The four corners of your feet awake. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. Pull everything into center, up and away from the floor. Yeah, there's like a lightness that happens when you zip everything into center. It's less work when everything's working together. One more breath. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I think it's time for another lion's breath so we can clear some stuff out. Take a deep breath in. Tongue out, exhale. Yeah, number 2. One more. Roll out to a high plank. We're not doing more mountain climbers. Surprise. Just going to hold this plank. Steady breath here in the plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Press the ground away. 2, 1. Lower everything to the mat. Nice. Locust pose or Superman. Locust, hands back by your hips. Superman, reach your arms out in front. Rise up and away from the mat. You got it. Now everybody squeeze your shoulder blades together. Yes. On your back in a way that you have to do a little work to keep them together on your back. Big inhale. Lower down. Rock your hips out left and right. Second set, locust or Superman. Pick your pose. Rise up and away from the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Make them kiss the sides of your spine. Yes. So that work can help lift and open your chest. Lower down. Hips side to side. Floor bow. Bend your knees and grab your ankles. You can grab one at a time or both. Rise up. Heart forward, shins back. Make the pose simple like that. Just press the shins back, press the chest forward. So it doesn't matter how high up you are, how flexible you are, how tired you are. Just shins back and chest forward. One more breath. Lower down. Legs side to side. Rock it out. One more. Switch ankles. If you're grabbing both, maybe you try hands on the insides of your ankles with your thumbs pointing up to the ceiling. Thumbs up to the ceiling. So the soft creases of your elbows will face out. Rise up. Shins back, chest forward. Super simple. Shins back, chest forward. Good. One more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Woo. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Make your way through to sit and down onto your back for bridge pose. Yes, lay down for just a second. Then bend your knees and plant your feet on the floor for bridge. Rise up. You can bind your hands underneath you and tuck your shoulders that way, or take cactus arms and press your arms down in that way. Shoulder blades down into the floor, in towards your spine. Feet down into the floor. One more breath. Lower down. Knees left and right. Bridge number 2. Press, lift, go. You got it. You've been working it all practice. The heart rate goes up. You kick in with the breath to slow it back down. Bring your right knee into your chest. Press your right foot up to the sky. You can stay with the leg up or pulse your hips up to the ceiling. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Legs straight up or pulse the hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Whew. All right, yogis. If you're tired and you feel like I do not want to do wheel right now, that is the perfect time to do wheel because your brain is out of the way. Wheel pose number 1. Tuck your fingertips, go up. Yes. When your brain is too tired, that's when your body's ready to do the thing. Tuck your chin and come down. Breathe in together. Big breath out. Number 2, bridge your wheel, press, lift, go. There's no opportunity for the brain to come in and make up a thing about it. Tuck your chin and lower. Breathe in. Breath out. Number 3, press, lift, go. It's simple. It's straightforward. You're just picking a pose. Then tuck your chin and lower. Breath in. Breath out. Number 4, press, lift, go. Yes, heart right up to the surface of your chest. Lower down. Big breath. Clear it all out. Only 2 more. Number 5, press, lift, go. Yes, give your body the benefit of the doubt. Let it take the full variation of whichever pose you're taking. Then come on down. Breathe in. Push the air out. Last one. Bridge your wheel. Come up and away from the floor. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Yeah, sigh, exhale through your mouth, make a weird mouth noise, like whatever you need to do here. Let your heart beat, let it move the blood, the energy, the heat around your body, right up to the surface of your skin. Happy baby or dead bug. Oh yeah, knees as far down towards the floor as you can get them. Legs straight up in the air. Scissor legs, either hands under your hips or hands behind your head. Lower that right low. You guys are just going to go for it? Go right for it. Right for it. You're switching the legs on the exhale so that you can use your abdominal muscles to anchor your body to the mat. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep flexing your ankles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight up. Belly down to the mat, shoulders down to the mat. Lower both legs 30 degrees. Lower them 60. Lower to hover. Listen. Press through your feet. Come back up to 60. Oh. Come back up to 30. Legs straight up. Reset. Shoulders down to the mat. Hips down to the mat. You've only got one more set of those. Lower 30. Lower 60. Lower to hover, press through the soles of your feet, squeeze your inner thighs together. Back to 60, back to 30, all the way up, knees into your chest. The 60 coming back up is the worst every time. Okay, rock forward and back, make your way up into boat pose. Just a regular old boat pose. We're not going to row the boat tonight. Regular boat pose. When you don't add extra things on like rowing the boat, then the boat pose feels like, oh, cool, I can kind of pause for a second in this pose. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Spread your collarbones out. Beautiful. Stay right here and breathe. Feet awake, toes awake. One more big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Squeeze everything in. Downward facing dog. Awesome breath on that boat. Good work. Right side half pigeon. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist, or you can take this pose on your back and cross your leg over like a figure 4. Know that whatever variation you choose in the moment, that's the right one. Steady breath. If your heart rate is still up a bit, steady breath, slow it back down. The intention to physically slow down the beat of your heart to a steady pace again. Because at the end of the day, the heart is a muscle, and then there's muscles wrapped around your lungs, which are just muscles talking to each other. You're creating an opportunity for muscle memory in the same way that you put your attention back in the space, back on your mat again and again, that muscle memory. The muscles around your lungs and in your heart, muscle memory. Steady and rhythmic, long inhales, long exhales. You've got a few more breaths in your half pigeon. You can stay right where you are or take king pigeon. Bend the back knee and grab your ankle or your foot. You can do that with either hand. If one hand feels more accessible than the other, use that hand. Let your quads stretch out in that king pigeon. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist or opposite leg across your thigh. Steady breath here. High stress, never matter. Racing heartbeat, never matter. Keep sharpening these tools so it's less about being in control of your body, but more about an awareness. An awareness around what's happening physically so that you can make a choice. A choice to shift, a choice to redirect, a choice to respond instead of react. Little while longer. Stay or king pigeon. Yeah, and it may be that on one side king pigeon is pretty accessible, and on the other side you're like, okay, I'm not sure what's happening, but I can barely touch my foot. Just work with where you are. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Now I want you to make your way down onto your back. We're going to do cow face pose when on your back. So you'll come down onto your back and cross your right leg over your left thigh, like your right thigh over your left thigh. So your legs are sticking straight out left and right. Grab a hold of your shins or your ankles. Depending on your level of flexibility, it might be shins. If you're more flexible, it's ankles. So just holding your legs might be enough sensation in your hips, and you're like, yep, I am definitely good right here, and that's plenty. If you want more, start to deepen that stretch along the outside of your hip into your glute, the right side of your glute. Breathe right here. Just doing the best you can to get your shins closer towards your chest. You got it, Rob. Right leg over the left. And then just squeeze that top leg into your chest. Yeah, there you go. Couple more breaths here. Let your back settle, your low back down onto the mat. Switch sides. Opposite leg on top. Grab the ankles or the shins. If you're not as flexible, you can take both hands on that top leg and just pull it towards your chest. Woo. Yeah, flex your ankles to protect your knees. Breathe right here. Release your legs. Frog pose on your back. Feet against the wall. Some of you can just spin around. Others, you may need to scoot a little bit to get to the wall. Frog pose on your back. Feet against a surface. The wall, piece of furniture. If you'd really rather do seated wide leg fold, you can do that as well. Plenty of wall space in studio. Plenty of wall space for Ratana at home. I've been experimenting with a couple of things in this frog pose. So before Brian's eyebrows went up, what? I want you to turn your feet out to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock on a clock face to start. 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock on a clock face. Great. You want to be in the space where your hips, your inner thighs are starting to stretch. But after like 2 breaths, see if you can walk your feet a little closer to the floor. Oh, then hold it right there. Breathe right there. It may be like a 1/4 of an inch that you get closer to the floor. That's fine. For some of you, you'll be able to walk it a little bit closer to the floor again. Listen to the hips. Listen to your inner thigh muscles. You're going for sensation, not pain. Sensation can be deep. It can be a lot of sensation, but it's not painful. Breathe right here. Couple more breaths. Maybe the feet get a little closer to the floor. You want to maintain that 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock on a clock face. Even you, Elle, turn that right foot out a little bit more. There you go. And then you can decide if you want to take it any lower or where you are is plenty enough sensation. Everybody's feet looks great. 2 more breaths here together. Deep inhale. Full exhale. 1 more. Fill up. Big exhale out. To come out, hands on the outsides of your knees. Let your hands pull your legs together in center, and then draw your knees into your chest. Oh, yeah. Make your way back onto your mat, however that makes sense to get there. I like that back roll, Bob. Seated single leg extension is next. Right leg out, left heel in. Anytime someone sneaks a little jujitsu in, I'm like, yeah, I see you. Right leg out, left heel in, fold over your extended leg. Toes up to the ceiling, softness in that extended knee. Let's see how much you can slow down your heart rate in these release poses, these seated fold poses. Breathe in a way, like lengthen out your inhales and your exhales in a way that you want to encourage your heart rate to slow down. Switch legs. Toes up to the ceiling, softness in the left knee. Long, steady breath, slow heart rate. The same kind of breath that you have, that deeper breathing that happens right before you fall asleep and your heart slows down, your whole body goes woof into the bed. Tabletop reverse plank. Plant your palms behind your hips. Long legs for the reverse plank. Bent knees with flat feet on the floor for your tabletop. Rise up. Yep, fingertips face forward. Hips up to the ceiling. See if you can relax your glutes and press down with your feet or your heels to lift your hips. Oh, big inhale. Lower down. Take fish pose. A block between your shoulder blades or hands tucked underneath. I'd say probably a block today because you've done a lot of work, a lot of cardio work. So this will let your shoulders stretch out and your upper back stretch out. Let your shoulders hug around the edges of the block. Your arms get heavy, hang down on the floor. Steady breath here. Eyes stay open in your fish. Still dialed in, still focused to what's going on moment by moment. One more breath together. Full exhale out. Make your way onto your back. Simple waterfall for your inversion. You can put a block underneath your hips or have your flat back on the floor with your legs in the air. That steady heartbeat. Just being inverted like this, having your hips slightly higher than your heart will slow down your heart rate automatically. Which seems counterintuitive because handstands for a lot of us are very scary and your heart rate goes up. That's just from the fear of the handstand most of the time. Yeah, you can roll your ankles around if you want, drain that out. Make your way down onto your back. Oh, I already gave you one. I'm giving you 2 eye towels. Knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Drop your knees one way, twist and look the opposite. Let those shoulder blades be heavy. Melt them down to the floor. Supine twist, opposite way. Got some good pops and cracks on that. Shoulder blades melt. Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. A very well-earned eye towel by the upper corner of your mat. Get stretched out, legs long, arms long. Take one last deep breath in. Fill all the way up, up, up. Exhale it out. Let your whole body, all of that hard work, get settled and restful on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. And plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much coming into the studio, signing in online, and really pushing yourselves all the way to the edge. Namaste. Good work, everybody. Very sweaty. Be careful where you're stepping. There's lots of sweat all over the floor, so just be mindful of that. And 4th of July, the actual day of 4th of July, which is next Monday, we will only have the 9:15 a.m. class. So if you want to come on 4th of July, come to that class. Otherwise, you're taking Evolution Go classes. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday.